Welcome back, everybody.
What's up?
We got another edition of Sports Extra Uncut with the boys. Me, myself, I guess I'll make you see me to my face. Me, myself, Blake Simpson, a little shave from last week. Got our boy Tommy Devine. Yes, sir. And then got our boy Alex and the Zach Wilson jersey. And the headband goes hard.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, the resemblance is uncanny. You don't know who's who.
No, for real.
So I got a question. Did you shave that this morning?
No, I shaved it Saturday.
Okay. So I want to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can't fail. No shave in November.
Yeah. No, I shaved it Saturday. I shaved it like October 27th because I was Freddie Mercury for Halloween.
I know. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm messing with it though. I like that.
Good times, yeah. Had the whole like Live Aid fit, like with the A shirt and the white jeans and the little armband thing.
All right, I'm messing with it. I was
rocking with it. Yep.
Yes, sir.
Jaden was David Bowie, and then his brother was Elton John. So we were all 80s
sick.
rockers.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he had like the whole like diamond Dodgers glittery outfit on, and then Jaden had like the blue tuxedo for David Bowie with like the red hair.
Sir.
It was dope.
That is dope.
It was dope.
Where are you on the is it Christmas or still Halloween thing?
I think it's Thanksgiving time, man.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
an
okay.
avid Thanksgiving lover.
Okay.
I'm
No, I love Thanksgiving too, but I'm waiting for Christmas.
I gotta watch the Cowboys and Lions was a football game on Thanksgiving Thursday.
I don't like when people say Christmas comes before they start celebrating Christmas before Thanksgiving. Like no, Thanksgiving comes first. Then the acceptable time is 12 a.m. on Black Friday to December 26th at 12 a.m. That is the acceptable time to play Christmas music. Other than that, I don't want to hear it.
I am an avid lover of Thanksgiving, and I'm gonna give you guys a quick hot take about the holidays here. I'm more of a Thanksgiving fan than I am Halloween.
Oh, no, I am too.
That's not a hot take at all.
That's a great take.
Thanksgiving's like the best time of year. Like
I think Halloween's more meant for kids, just so they can kind of go out and just have a little bit of fun.
Right.
And then Thanksgiving, I like Thanksgiving because it's football and family.
Spoopy season for Halloween.
Yeah, Thanksgiving's so great.
Hey, Kobe. I don't know what he's doing out there. Anywho, today we are talking about the NFL GOAT by position. We're probably just going to do skill positions, but we could do offensive line, but I actually don't know too many historic offensive linemen.
Just big trust. We got this. Let's do it.
So, I mean, we might as well start with quarterback.
QB?
Who's your guys' best quarterback of all time? I hope we only have one answer and we don't have to debate this much, but, I mean, I'm going with Tom.
I'm actually going to go with Joe Montana. Now, I know the Super Bowls. I know the Super Bowls. I know the Super Bowls.
But you got to think, in that era, it wasn't really
Tom,
heavy.
I almost think Bill kind of made Tom what he was. I don't know if Tom was exactly – the situation was built for him better. I don't think, he's actually, great. He doesn't really have a great as arm as Marino or a better athlete as, Montana. I don't know. Personally, Joe Montana's my guy, but, I mean, I can see why Tom Brady – I mean, it's pretty, neck and neck.
I mean, I get that Tom Brady's, not the best thrower of the football, of any person that's ever walked a step foot on the planet, but, I just think, I mean, he didn't lose games. It's so hard to say somebody's better than him when he has more rings than any franchise does. I don't know.
But most of those teams that were set up, I mean, I guess on the offensive side, he really didn't have a ton of weapons. I mean, he had Jabbar Gaffney and stuff, guys like that caliber.
Right.
But mostly those Belichick teams, had the defense was so great.
Oh yeah.
So
at the same time, there's so many quarterbacks that have had great defenses that haven't won. And that's at his level. I mean, Manning had some great Colts teams, got one ring. I mean, Rivers had all sorts of help and never got one. Yeah. I mean, Breeze had incredible seasons. A lot of times he had some decent defense.
I think he only came away with one ring.
Breeze has one. Yeah, he beat the freaking Colts.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of I go back and forth actually.
I just think Brady with the Bucs too. When he won the championship there, I was like, well, how is he not? Because he proved that he can do it somewhere else and.
Yeah.
He also, he
also did 43 that first season with the Bucs, which is insane. But
me and my boy Jamarcus were talking, right? And
oh my gosh,
we both came to the collective decision that Zach Wilson is the GOAT.
Right.
No, I'm just playing. I'm probably have to go with I'm probably have to go Joe Montana, just because I'm not
Montana
gonna lie. I'm only saying this because I'm an avid Brady hater. I will say Brady is a great quarterback. I think he really is the GOAT. But in my personal opinion. If we're going to go a general population idea, yes, Brady is the GOAT. But my personal opinion, Joe Montana.
I would agree.
Crazy.
Thanks, dude.
I'd put – now I'm going to hit you with some wild stuff. I would take Patrick Mahomes over Joe Montana.
Yes. I thought about saying that, but Patrick Mahomes' career is not over yet.
No, that's what I'm saying. He's already had an incredible career.
Because I will say, watching what Patrick Mahomes does every week on an in-and-out basis, you just sit there and you're like, how is this guy not going to end up being the greatest quarterback? Even if he doesn't get the Super Bowls, Brady does.
Brady even said, he got asked, who do you think is the next Tom Brady? He goes, Pat Mahomes.
Yeah.
Mahomes' playmaking is just I mean, the stuff he does. I mean, he's like Magic Johnson of the NFL. I mean, he's just doing the craziest stuff every week, and you just your jaw just like drops the floor. You're just like, how do you do that?
You want me to hit you with a crazy Patrick Mahomes stat real quick?
Sure.
That I saw the other day. This was posted on October 13th. It says Patrick Mahomes won 80 of his first 100 career starts in the NFL. This is postseason and regular season. And that is the most wins through 100 starts from any quarterback in NFL history through 100 starts. So no quarterback has ever won 80 games through 100 starts at any point in their career.
And I'm going to top on that train of Patrick Mahomes.
And Mahomes won his 80 of his first 100 starts. I'm like, that's stupid.
That's crazy.
Like, that's insane.
And I think like when it's all said and done, we're all in like retirement homes. I think we're going to sit back and be like, I think Mahomes was the greatest that we've ever seen. I mean, like I think how it's going to roll.
Like I think ability-wise, 100%.
I also think Patrick Mahomes is going to be the best athlete. Like, have the best career of any. Like, he's going to be the best player I've seen in any sport. Like that, I'll be able to watch his entire career. Like I'll remember like when he got drafted. Obviously, like I'm still alive when he retires. I'll remember when he retired, and it's just nice to see that like he's. Like, cause I was one when LeBron was drafted. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't get to see like his entire great career
when LeBron was drafted.
Yeah. So like, but it's nice to see like I've seen Mahomes like his entire career. I'm like this guy. He's like the first guy I've watched an entire career that I'm like this guy is incredible. Like every single week. And like I said, I easily think he's been the best guy that I've seen in his entire career for him at least. Just like since I've been alive. But all right, moving on to running back. I mean, who's your guys' GOAT halfback running back?
I mean. For me, this is the toughest, I think, because there's so many.
A lot of tough ones on defense, I feel like.
And for me personally, I would have to go Barry Sanders. Just the way he can move, shake, shimmy. I mean, he made some of the best moves, and he really didn't have always the best offensive line.
No.
And when people talk about Emmitt Smith, right, he had Larry Allen and Nate Newton for his whole career on the offensive line. Larry Allen can bench press freaking monster truck.
Probably.
So when you say, Emmitt Smith's the GOAT because he is the most rushing yards in NFL history, well, just look at his offensive line.
Right.
If Barry had that offensive line,
oh my God,
it's over. It's done. I mean,
I say Barry went out of Detroit. That's why he retired.
Yeah, he retired in '99. Yeah,
because
I think he was super hurt all
the
time.
Well, he was still in his prime a little bit. Yeah, I mean, he really left when he was. I mean, yeah. He left early for sure. That's the Lions' MO.
Yeah, I mean, same thing happened to Calvin Johnson.
Yeah.
Like, just couldn't keep doing it because he played for the stupid Lions. Yeah. What about you, Alex? You got for GOAT running back?
Jim Brown.
Jim Brown.
He could do it all, dude.
Yeah,
he could do it all.
Jim Brown's definitely before his time.
Oh, 100%. I think if he was in today's NFL, he would run over everyone.
Probably.
What do we think about Sweetness?
Sweetness is good too.
See, it's so hard. Like you have Eric Dickerson. I mean,
I'd also go Sanders just because like he played on such bad teams. He was hurt all the time, and he still has a 2,000-yard season. Yeah. Like it's just insane. And the old clips of him, it seemed like every run he had, he was trying to go to the house. Like he was never like trying to get a first down. Mm-hmm. Like he was like, I'm either going to get hit like after 3 yards or I'm going to get hit after 99. Like I don't know. He was never like a fight for the extra yard guy. He was always like, I'm going to either go around you or you're going to get me, and I'm going to get tackled right here.
Low-key, Terrell Davis is not the best ever, but like he's kind of a low, underrated. Like dark horse.
I'd also throw.
Can we throw Christian Okoye in there?
I was going to throw LD.
He was a running back? I thought he was more like a fullback.
Okoye was a fullback, yeah, but he was used a lot in the running game for the Chiefs at the time.
I was a big LaDainian Tomlinson guy, though. That man.
LT.
Speaking of Okoye, those Chiefs teams with like Joe Montana, those teams were so dominant because I think they got Marcus Allen too on one of those teams. And they were really good. Yeah. Speaking of other great running backs, Marcus Allen, Bo Jackson. I
think Tomlinson has like the best season I've ever seen. Like in terms of
because
he had like 2,700 yards like of production like through the air and ground and like 28 touchdowns. I'm like that's stupid.
Yeah, we could definitely throw Edge in there too.
Yeah,
Adrian James.
Yeah,
Marshall Faulk.
So there's a lot of guys. We're like about to say now we're just kind of getting like
now we're going on a list.
But there's so many. I mean, it's so tough.
Yeah, that's one of those ones that like there's some positions I feel like you can make a case. It's like, well, this guy had like a better like longevity career and like, but he wasn't ever better than this guy like at his peak. I think running back's like a position you have to say like, well, this guy's better at his peak. I think at his peak, Barry Sanders is the best running back. And then let's go to wideout. Who do you guys think is the best?
Wide out.
I mean, I can start us off on this one, but
the obvious answer. I mean, if you're looking at stats, I'd probably say Jerry Rice.
Right.
Right. But there's been so many great receivers.
Oh, yeah. I think Rice has undoubtedly had the best career of any receiver, but I don't know that he is the best receiver of all time.
He's definitely best receiver in Super Bowl history.
Oh,
that is hands down not even close.
He's, like that's what I'm saying, because there's nobody else has a reception over 40 years old besides Brady, and he has like a 1,000-yard season over 40.
Jerry's definitely there, but for me at least, Randy Moss is just an absolute. He was a freak,
dog,
man.
yeah,
And that game, his rookie year. Speaking of Thanksgiving, in Dallas,
3 catches.
What, 3 catches?
163 yards.
Yeah, for
3 touchdowns.
Yep.
I mean, that is one of the most incredible stats.
That stat line lives.
I watched that. I rewatch that game every year.
That's my Rome.
And the first play, you see Randall Cunningham just whoop, and Summerall's just like, and he's just gonna throw a bomb, and Randall Cunningham right into Moss's hands. It is beautiful.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
I think I'm gonna go more modern day. Kind of modern. I'm gonna go Megatron.
Yeah, Calvin Johnson. Yeah,
I think I'm gonna go Megatron.
I think Megatron is very. I think he's like maybe the best receiver like at his absolute peak. And I put him over Moss just because Moss had like so many bad days like at the end of his career. Like he just played way too long, I feel like. But I don't know, and I just don't feel like there's anything Moss could do at his peak that Megatron couldn't. I think Fitz is very underrated as well. Larry Fitz is like the best like just catcher of the football ever because like he just caught every single thing that was ever thrown his way.
Good.
I mean, he has more career tackles than he does drops.
He definitely
stupid.
He definitely deserved a ring.
Oh yeah,
100%.
Yeah, they put him like on the NFL like
top
all
100.
time. Yeah, like top 100. I was like, he deserves to be there so much. People throw like T.O. in the GOAT debate for receiver. I'm like, I don't think he's up there with those guys.
Yeah. Randy was like the better version of him.
100%. Yeah.
So would you say Ocho Cinco's kind of a T.O. then?
I don't think he was anywhere near as good as T.O. I think he just kind of like lived off like the Bengals hype, kind of like A.J. Green did. Like once we saw A.J. Green like go to another team, you could see that he wasn't great.
What about Michael Irvin?
Irvin was good. Just those Cowboys teams, man. Yeah,
those Cowboys teams back then were crazy.
I still go Rice just because he has so many more accolades than the rest. And I think that's like the position where it's like an accolade position almost because, like I said, I feel like all running backs kind of like fizzle out for a little while besides like Frank Gore. But receiver, like that's a position you need to be able to play for a longer period of time.
I like that.
And so I'd go Rice.
All right.
Also saw a Marvin Harrison like Would You Rather the other day, and they said Marvin Harrison. I figured the names that they were going to throw out would be like the guys we were naming.
Yeah.
The first guy, he was like DeAndre Hopkins. I was like Marvin Harrison. Like what are we talking about?
Yeah.
And it was all names like that. Like the best receiver they named was like AB. Like
Marvin
AB's
Harrison.
peak was insane. I'm like I'd still take Harrison. They
Yeah,
said
I'd
they'd
still take
take
Harrison.
AB, but obviously I'm a biased
AB
Colts
was
fan.
such a dog.
AB was incredible. In his
I
prime.
wish he'd have kept his head straight.
Yeah, people forget how good he was. Moving on to the other receiver position, who you guys got as the GOAT tight end? For me, there's like 3 options here, and that's about it. Like, I don't think there's. I think it's like Gonzalez, Gronk, or Kelsey. Those are the 3 that I'd throw.
I was thinking Sharp, Gates.
No, Gates was an end zone
Clark?
machine.
Dallas.
Shut up.
Jason Witten.
Shut up.
Yeah.
None of these guys are even close to Antonio or not. For Gonzalez, Kelsey, or Gronk.
I would. If you're just talking about pure dominance, I'd say Gronk.
Yeah,
right?
Gronk was the Shaq of the NFL for a little
I'm
while.
not even gonna lie. I think Kelsey's kind of living off of just the Super Bowl hype and Mahomes, and then his podcast. That's why his name's so big right now.
I think Kelsey is incredible.
I can't say. I'm not gonna say he's bad. No, this dude's a dog. Like he goes out there and gives his all every play
absolutely, for sure.
But I definitely think his name's getting a little too big right now.
I think he's absolutely the best tight end in the league, though. Like
right
without
now,
a doubt,
100%.
Yeah.
Right
I
behind,
just think
who
that's
do you got
what
right behind him though?
Like right now?
Right now.
Oof. Best tight end right now.
Behind Kelsey.
Behind Kelsey.
Behind Kelsey.
Well, I would say Darren Waller, but
Waller
if he's
just got
not,
hurt.
when he's not hurt,
Yeah.
I'd say Andrews is very reliable.
Yeah.
Kittle.
Kittle's fallen off big time.
yeah.
He's like too shaky now. Like he'll have a 3 touchdown game, then like he'll have a 1 catch game. I'd probably go Andrews. Just
Noah
because I feel like
Fant.
he's a safe bet.
Come on.
Yeah, Al-Quadin Muhammad, or not Al-Quadin Muhammad, Mo Alley Cox. I don't know why I mixed up a Colts D end in there, but
Who do you think's better, though, Gonzalez or Kelsey?
Gonzalez or
Chiefs.
Kelsey? On the Chiefs, probably Kelsey.
Probably Kelsey. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think Gronk. Like Gronk's probably had the best career as a tight end because he's got the 4 rings.
He was so.
I'd go Gronk because I think also he's like the best tight end like at his peak because he was untackleable at his peak. That's who I'd go with.
I think Gronk.
Yeah, I'd have to agree.
Yeah, he's so good. Watching like those old, like I remember literally playing one of my friends in Madden, and he's a Patriots fan, so that was the worst. Like playing him in Madden, and it was the one Gronk was on the cover of, and I remember a play he like
17?
hit him on, yeah, something like that, because it was like him and Brady like back-to-back years, which is so weird.
Yeah, it was 17.
But he hit like Gronk on like a drag, and he broke like 6 tackles and hurdled somebody into the end zone. I'm like, this is stupid.
Yeah.
I'm like, this guy's not that good because I was 15 and I was complete casual. And I remember just like watching more games of Gronk. I was like, oh okay, like he probably would have broken 9 tackles instead of 7. Like if this was a real game. So yeah, he's such a monster. We can do O-line. I have no business talking about the O-line. Like
a few names pop into my head.
Yeah.
For O-line, like tackle Anthony Munoz,
Yeah, Munoz
or Trent Williams.
Trent Williams is definitely a top 3 tackle.
Larry Allen.
Larry Allen's
fucking
way
guard.
up there.
Yes,
Zach Martin has more Pro Bowls than he does holding
yes.
calls, which is insane.
Larry Allen, like
Dog.
his
Was a freak.
highlights.
Was a freak of
There
nature.
was one year he played the Colts back in like '99.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
like Manning's second year, and he just pancakes this guy because they had to go so low on him
Oh yeah.
that they would just crumble. I mean,
Yeah.
he would just. I mean, his force was just.
He was a dog.
Any
Him and
guard,
Newton, dude.
any guard that has a highlight reel is clearly
Yeah,
very good.
yeah.
'Cause we're talking about an offensive lineman. Yeah.
Center,
Jeff Saturday.
Jeff Saturday.
The
Another
GOAT
name
center
that
is
pops
Jeff
into my
Saturday.
name
I
is
mean,
Kevin Mawai.
he's
Now
Peyton's
we haven't
right-hand
announced his last
guy,
name.
right?
That's true. I mean,
For
I don't know.
years.
About
I mean, I don't-
GOAT center. I feel like we're getting a little Colts biased in here. I just don't know enough
I'm just
about
throwing out
linemen.
names. I'm you know.
Yeah. He's obviously a very good one.
Offensive line's such an underrated. Like anywhere on the offensive line,
Oh,
you're,
yeah.
you're so underrated.
Oh,
you
yeah.
were
For
such
sure.
a big help on the team, but you just don't get the recognition you deserve.
Yeah. That's another one that like it's hard not to go like based purely off like stats.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like it's like, well, I haven't given up any sacks. It's like, well, it's hard to say you're not the best then because
Yeah.
that's your one job, sorta. But so it's like almost like an intangible position.
Right.
What about defensive line? Any thoughts on D tackle or D end? For me, D tackle, there's like one clear answer, and it's Aaron Donald for me. Because
I see him more as an end. I don't see him more as a tackle. I see him more as an end.
I think he's
It's
blacklisted.
just his speed. His speed just gives it to me.
I know, but like I think he like is like lined up on the center like most times, isn't he?
D tackle?
Yeah, because I know the
I would
year he had
say-
21 sacks. They said it was the most sacks by a D tackle.
Really?
Yeah, on Pro Football Reference, they have him.
What's he listed at?
They have 2 seasons of him listed at right defensive end, and then everything else is D tackle.
Okay, so I would definitely throw Aaron Donald in there. I would throw Mean Joe Green.
I forgot Aaron
That
Donald
dude is
is
a
a.
dog
Yeah.
in his time.
Listen to this. I didn't even realize this. Aaron Donald from 2015 to 2021, AP First Team All Pro every single year. 6 straight years AP First Team All Pro. 7-time All Pro. My bad. That's insane. All Pro is such. They rarely get All Pros wrong. I'm gonna throw that out there. They rarely get the All Pros wrong.
You know who we didn't name on running back?
Who?
The Bus.
Oh, Jerome Bettis. Yeah, I don't
I'm
know.
just-
He's the
I-
goat.
Yeah,
I
but
don't,
he's like by
I
any
don't
means,
know.
yeah.
I don't-
He was definitely dominant. I will say he was dominant. I wouldn't say he's
Yeah.
going, but he can be up there. 100%.
The year Donald had 20 and a half sacks, he was listed as D tackle. Yeah. Either way, one of the best defensive linemen of all time.
Yes.
I'd say the best D tackle.
John Randall.
John Randall.
Yeah. What about Alan Page? If we're going to talk Vikings, Alan
Yep.
Page can be on there.
Whoops.
I'd say.
I mean, we're missing like what I think is like. Well, I don't know if you count him as a linebacker or not, but obviously LT. Like
Yeah, he's more of a
Lewis.
backer, right?
I would. Well, the way he played, it was.
But so he's listed as a right outside linebacker every single year, but like you don't get 20 and a half sacks from the outside linebacker position.
Yeah. Well,
If
if
you
you're
don't
talking
line up on the
linebacker,
line,
would
I
you
want to say linebacker, right outside linebacker.
Ray
if
Allen
we're going,
or Ray Lewis?
if we're going
or-
like by left, middle, and right, or weak middle, weak middle, strong,
Right.
then I'm gonna. That's something that I mean. Obviously, when we get there,
Yeah, I mean,
I would definitely. I'd see LT still as a linebacker.
Yeah. Who do you think is the GOAT D end then? Since we didn't really talk about that, I mean,
If he sadly did not pass away, Reggie White.
Yeah, I was about
100%.
was
Reggie White was a dog, dude.
Jared Allen was a dog as well.
What about
there's a lot of guys like in the league now that like when they retire could be in the conversation.
DeMarcus Ware?
Marcus Ware was good. I was
Yes.
gonna say like Miles Garrett. It
Miles
could be in
Garrett,
that conversation.
Yeah,
TJ Watt, the Bosas.
JJ could be in that conversation.
Yeah, JJ is.
Yeah, they're both. I couldn't imagine like like being J.J. Watt's, like being T.J. Watt and like seeing J.J. like do all the things he does and like almost being better. You know what I mean? Like, or like having like similar accolades. That'd be so insane. It's like, oh yeah, your brother's 3-time DPY. It's like, well, I have one right now currently, like, and I'm working on number 2. It's like, oh, okay, yeah. Like, like you're not Cooper Manning, you're you're Eli. Yeah.
All right.
I don't know who I'd give my GOAT DN to though. That's a tough one.
If it's not
Not
Reggie
Reggie?
White, it'd be
It'd about have to be. I'm just like,
Yeah,
there's just so many good
if
names.
it's not Reggie, it's what is his name?
It was a team.
He was on the he played for the Rams years ago. This is Super Bowl era. It was like 70s. His name like Deacon something. I can't remember.
Deacon Jones.
Yes, Deacon Jones. I'd definitely put him up there.
Yeah, such a different era of football too.
Oh my goodness.
Like getting a
Yeah,
sack
when you
back
could-
then was like so different. Like
If we're talking linebackers, Mike Singletary too.
Michael Singletary.
Really, basically anyone from the '85 Bears.
linebackers,
Yeah.
yeah.
That linebacker core was crazy.
Linebackers, you'd have to throw in LT,
Yes.
like as one of them. I'd throw in Ray Lewis.
Ray Lewis.
Ray
yeah.
Lewis.
Another, obviously, I'm just giving like a lot of current names, but a guy that's so underrated just because he could play coverage and he could tackle with the best of them was Luke Kuechly. Luke Kuechly is so criminally underrated. This man had,
Didn't he have a game where he broke the Panthers not sack record, but tackle record?
wouldn't surprise me. He had his lowest career tackles is 102, and he played 10 games that year. He played 7 seasons.
He averaged 10.2 tackles.
and
that game.
he played 7 seasons, is 8 tackles away from 1,100.
That's wow.
Insane.
I want
He was-
to throw this name out there, but I don't think it is the GOAT. But Chris Spielman,
Yeah,
from the Lions.
Very underrated as well.
What about Derek Brooks?
Derek Brooks is good.
What about Warren Sapp,
We
DN?
had
I see more
Warren
as a
Sapp
tackle.
was
He's more tackle. You
More
think?
tackle.
Yeah.
Just because of his
Warren-
size, really. He was a
Yeah,
big dude. He was a
Warren
big
was.
dog.
Warren was
Luke Kuechly had, in his career, he had 18 interceptions. He had 7 forced fumbles. He had 12 and a half sacks. He had 1,100 tackles. He had 700 solos. He's so good. Yeah, very. Like I said, just like he could just do everything. His nickname was Captain America. I didn't even know that. Yeah, a lot of good linebackers though. What about corner? GOAT corner.
Oh boy.
That's about to say like the DB safety position. I'm like, there's just so many guys.
What about would Ed Reed be? In
Ed
there?
Reed definitely be up there. Dion would definitely be up there.
Dion.
Yeah.
Dion's
Dion goated corner.
So good.
Best corner of all time.
Yeah, I'll go with Dion.
Safety?
I'd go Dion as well. Safety, I'd go Dawkins.
Okay, well, I'm going to split safety up into 2 positions. Free safety and strong
Strong
safety.
safety,
Free
yeah.
safety, I'm throwing in Ed Reed. Strong safety, I'm throwing in Cam Chancellor.
Yeah, Sean Taylor's a very good corner as
Oh,
well. Yeah.
and Sean Taylor. I forgot about him. Wow.
I think Dawkins, I'd put it strong safety because I think just Dawkins just like a slightly better version of Cam Chancellor, and he just did it for like a little bit longer. And then yes, free safety, I'd definitely go Ed Reed. Reed was such a dog as well.
100%.
You got anything to add for DB safeties, Tom? About to say you want to move on to kicker punter?
Well, no.
Great.
Steve Atwater was more like a linebacker, right?
He was listed as a safety, but he
It
played
was?
more linebacker,
About to say,
yes.
I mean, Dawkins basically played linebacker as well.
Yeah,
Like,
I- same with
crushed
Cam
I'd throw
Chancellor,
Steve
yeah.
Atwater out there. He was pretty.
Atwater was a dog, yes.
Yeah.
He was
He
the
was
first
pretty
one
good.
to like really rock Christian Okoye.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
That hit, I watched a documentary on Christian Okoye, and I seen that hit. And I went back and watched it like 4 times. I was like, dude, there's no way.
He had it 30 for 30, right? Okoye?
I think it's what it was. Yeah, no, it was My
So-
Football Life.
Oh, yeah. I love those.
30
yeah.
for 30, like I could sit down and watch those like they're Stranger
Oh,
Things.
yeah.
Those things are
Those
so
are
good.
so good. Ha-
So many.
So
seen
many
that-
like great topics too.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
yeah. And the football life, that's a really good.
I
Yeah,
love
it's
I
good.
loved that series.
Yeah.
I wish they wouldn't have quit it. I
Oh,
don't think they do it anymore.
Really? I thought they still did it. Maybe not.
We'll have to get the insider scoop on that one.
Honestly.
Um,
Greatest punter of all time, Ray Guy.
I'm going Pat. Give me Pat.
Pat McAfee.
Give me Pat.
What about
Such a
what
bias.
about Marquette King?
What?
Marquette King?
Marquette
For the
King?
Raiders?
Oh yeah. Well, he was very
Oh
good.
yeah.
He
like,
could boot it.
Yeah, he could. He was also like way too athletic to be a punter. I was
Yeah,
like, bro,
he was
play wide out,
so
please. Like,
good.
yeah. What about kicker?
Justin Tucker.
Justin Tucker.
Give me Vinny, and that's not even my.
Give me Vinny.
That's not even a biased Colts take. That's just like, dude, when you make multiple career-winning field goals in the Super Bowl,
Yeah, Brady would not have those rings if it wasn't for
exactly,
Vinatieri.
and that's why I tell Patriot fans, and they just are like laughing. I'm like, dude, without his foot, you don't win the game.
Right.
For real.
And
That's the same with the Colts.
And they're like Brady.
Yeah, you can ride the Brady train. That's
Without
fine.
Vinatieri, dude, you don't
Tucker.
win that.
You don't have what two of those rings?
Two. Yeah,
of the
two.
rings? Yeah,
Yeah.
Brady would have 5 rings right now if it wasn't for
Yeah.
Vinny.
Bridge.
He literally Vinny like
Yeah.
basically helped him out on that.
And Tucker, I think, is like like in terms of just kicking the football, I think he's a better kicker because he has like the field goal record. He doesn't miss from 60 plus, which is insane. And I know Vinatieri had like a long streak of like hitting from 50, but like Tucker has like, I know he missed the one against the Colts a couple weeks ago, but he's hit from 60 so many more times than anybody else has. Once again, Vinatieri has a better career. And Vinatieri also was an incredible kicker. What about
Great guy.
What about Coach?
Coach?
Coach.
God, some of these we just talk about for hours.
Punt kick returners, obviously Devin Hester, right? I mean, that's not close.
Oh yeah.
I'm about to say, like, that's,
I'm gonna split it into 2 again.
no.
Devin Hester, punt returner. Cordero Patterson, kick returner.
No.
How about Desmond Howard?
Desmond Howard's good.
What about Dante Hall?
I'm
with
riding
the human joystick.
I'm riding the Devin Hester train on that
Yeah,
one.
Ride the
Devin.
Devin Hester train,
Devin.
fine.
Dude was so good.
Devin sweeping that.
But
For sure.
coach, who was the coach before Mike Tomlin?
Bill Cowher. Bill Cowher.
I'm basically going to say any Steelers coach.
Any
Mike
Steelers
Tomlin
coach.
has not had a
Losing-
losing
it's insane.
season since he's been in the NFL.
I don't know how they're 4-3.
I don't either.
I have no idea.
He hasn't
I
had a losing
still have
season.
no
I
idea.
don't get it. Yeah.
And they're gonna get another
I think,
one.
I think I'm not going to lie. I think I might have to put Mike Tomlin up in that conversation.
Last year was
That's-
close. They were
Last
like
year was-
8 and
they
9
were
or
9 and
something,
8,
right?
they
Mike
were 9
Tomlin's
and 8.
what, they had to have been 9 and 8, I guess.
They were 9 and 8. He still has not had a losing season yet.
Mike Tomlin reminds me of like he's like the Peyton Manning equivalent of a coach. It's like he'll win every regular season MVP thing, but like then they'll lose to the Browns in the first round of the playoffs against Baker.
He's like the Matt Painter of the NFL.
That's a good one too. Yeah. I wouldn't go Belichick just because he's been
I think
so awful
Belichick
without Brady on his career. He's a losing record without
insane.
Brady, which is insane.
Brady's off the Patriots for this is the 3rd year now, correct?
Well, he played for the Bucs for 3 years, so this is like 4.
He wouldn't play for the Bucs in 2020, 2021, 2022.
Yeah, because he played 3 years.
This
for
would
the
be like the
Bucs.
4th year without Brady.
Yeah, this would be number 4. Yeah.
I'm going to go with the big tuna. I'm going to go with Bill Parcells.
Bill Parcells is up there. He also was like the protege or like Belichick was like his protege.
Yeah. He is the funniest coach
He's hilarious.
there ever was. And he got to motivate his players.
Right.
Like, he got under their skin. Like, he was able to do it. Like, if you needed to get yelled at, he'd yell at you.
Yep.
If you needed a pat on back, he'd give you that. Like, and plus, he built Belichick, basically.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I mean, that to me, and there's a couple, Tom Landry, Mike Dickey, you can throw those guys in there,
Dick,
Lombardi. But when it comes down to it, I think Bill Parcells, man, he was wonderful.
Now,
Wonderful coach.
Yeah, I'd also probably go Parcells. But the real question is, who do you guys would think would win a Hurricane or Mike Ditka?
Mike Ditka.
Well, hold on. The Hurricane's name is Hurricane Ditka.
Still going to go Ditka.
Did you guys seen that SNS
Da
skit?
Bears.
Da
Of course
Bears.
I have.
Da Bears.
What's the one he's like, if you're the whole Bears team, the 85 Bears are riding in a bus in the 500.
Yeah.
And who would win, whoever
Da
the Bears.
Bears.
Da Bears.
Da Bears. I love the one
Yeah,
where he's
it was-
like, they're talking about the Bulls. He's like, da Bulls.
Da
He's like,
Bulls.
I don't think
Yeah.
we're looking at a 2-peat, a 3-peat, or a 4-peat. He's like, I think we're looking at a minimum 8-peat.
Bears 197, Lions 3.
Yeah. The sad thing is if Michael wouldn't have retired for 2 years, the Bulls very could have 8-peated, which would have been insane.
Yeah, that's
Da Bulls.
that's a story for another day. We
No
should
joke.
say for a rainy day.
Da Bears.
Da
Da
Bears.
Bears. Da Bears. Da Bears. What a great all-time SNL skit.
That is
Chris Farley sitting there.
unbelievable. He's got the Bulls jersey on with the coconut.
6 heart attacks for me this week. That's a baker's dozen for me.
You gotta go to Ditka's. Got the 12-foot screen.
Yeah, dead cat. Dead cat. Like the ringleader, and then he just says something. Everybody else just says it immediately. He's like, the Bears. They're all, the Bears. Dead cat.
Could we throw? I might take back on the coach.
Oh,
Go
Joe Madden.
that was good.
I did
John-
not think.
John
I forgot
Madden
about
was
him.
pretty
John
good.
Madden, not Joe Madden.
I
That's
always-
freaks. That's baseball.
I always forget.
Yeah, you didn't say John, man. What about
That
Bill
is-
Walsh?
I always
Yeah,
forget
so
about
Bill Walsh,
who was the Raiders. I don't know if it was a coach or GM, but he was the guy that was like, just win. It's like, that's all I need. Like,
that
just-
Al Davis, baby.
Al Davis.
Al Davis.
Davis. And have you seen his son?
Davis.
He looks like Chucky.
I
Yeah,
haven't,
Mark
but
Davis.
Mark Davis looks like
Oh,
Chucky.
okay.
The doll. Yeah.
Speaking of the Raiders, they head coach, GM, and offensive coordinator. That is crazy.
What was Josh McDaniels' record when he
Not
was
good.
coach? It was
No,
like,
horrible.
14-97?
Not
Some
good.
terrible number.
I also,
It's horrible.
if you want to just look at best coaches of all time, just in the sport of football, not just the NFL, go ahead and watch yourself some Montana Tech Bob Green interviews. He is the coach up there.
Yeah, I know
that
what you're talking
man
about.
is genuinely the funniest guy I think I've ever met in my life. He has so many analogies that I've just never even heard.
Yeah.
They were
Yeah.
playing a team one week, and they had to go down there. I think they were playing like a Jacksonville team. And like I said, he's like a D3 coach or something like that. And they said, Bob, you excited to go down to Jacksonville on Saturday and play the game? And he was like, Jacksonville's so bad, they sentence prisoners to attend the games. He's like, stuff like that just all the time. And he's like, he like never swears, like none of that. He's just so funny, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Bob Green.
I know we're talking about like Bill Walsh, John Madden, and Bill Parcells.
Just so many legends right there.
Like Nathaniel Hackett. I mean, you talk about one of the greatest disappointments.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's easily the worst head coach of all time.
Well, Urban Meyer.
Oh, that is true. That's
Yeah,
close.
Urban
It's
Meyer's the best one I've seen,
close.
like, with my own two eyes. Adam Gase was horrible for the Jets. Horrible. Yeah, man. Now we're just going to, like, worst quarterback of all time, like, by statistics, Nathan Peterman.
Yeah, poor guy.
There was a time in Peterman's career where Aaron Rodgers could have thrown 963 straight interceptions, and he still would have had a better QBR than Nathan Peterman did.
That's crazy.
In his two seasons with the Bills, he would have been better spiking at every play. His QBR would have been better. Wow.
That's crazy.
He was so bad. And he's like not even terrible now. Like he's like a half decent backup now, but he was horrendous his first 2 years. Yeah.
that is crazy.
Worst running back of all time was when the Browns guy that was really good came to the Colts.
What about
Can't
Trent
remember his
Richardson?
name.
Trent
That's
Richardson
exactly what I'm
was
talking about.
yeah,
Trent Richardson, when he was on the Colts, was the worst running back ever.
So bad.
So bad.
What was I gonna say? Oh, do you remember Josh Allen? Like before all the hype, like when he played badly for like his first 2 seasons.
Oh, yeah, he's a rookie. I mean, I don't think he played bad. He just didn't play
I don't know.
well. He's a lot better
Yeah.
now, obviously.
Oh yeah,
I still think
definitely.
he's criminally overrated, but
Yeah, for sure.
Like if I hear slightly now, it's just gotten bad. Because last week I said it was something like, or it was
Yeah.
like last time I was on here. I don't remember when that was.
Last week.
Yeah.
It was last week.
Yeah, I don't know. He's just so not conservative.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. He like tries to make like Brett Favre throws. I'm like, bro, you do not have like the.
You're not that guy,
talent Favre
pal.
did. Yeah,
You're not that guy.
Favre threw a lot of interceptions, but like,
I'll say this too. I know Favre threw a lot of interceptions, but you talk about greatest quarterback. Like he could
he could sling the pill.
he could
for
definitely
sure.
be that game after his dad died.
That was crazy.
Monday night, dude.
Yeah.
Those passes he was throwing.
It was
I mean, talk about just pure darts.
Some of the greatest
I mean,
throws
he's
I've
just
ever
like
seen.
zing, zing, zing. I'm
Best like just throw of the football. I'd go like
yeah,
him, Rodgers, Marino, and Mahomes.
Like he
the
could have been
best.
blindfolded that night
I
against the
swear.
Raiders, and he's making these throws. I'm like, oh man, those highlights. Talk about just crazy highlights.
Another one of the greatest throws of all time was when Ryan Fitzpatrick got like clotheslined on his face mask and like still made that throw in that
Dude,
Dolphins
that was
game. Where he, like, got his
nutty.
face mask over here and he still threw it. I'm like, bro, what? Like that throw should have gone straight up in the air and he threw it like 40 yards downfield on the sideline. Wild. All right, well let's go to the GOAT play in NFL history. I'm gonna test the knowledge here. What is the best play in NFL history? In your
That
guys'
is
opinion,
tough. I know what the worst is.
the butt fumble,
I would say either the butt fumble or the
Colts,
McAfee
yeah,
fourth
fake
down.
punt. That was a bad one. I didn't need to hear about that today, but I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
sorry. Let's see. Best play.
I got a couple in mind.
Okay.
Helmet catch.
Oh,
I have
yeah.
Julian Edelman's catch against the Falcons.
Yeah.
Yes. Then I have the one in my head is the Aaron Rodgers Hail Mary against the Lions.
That's a great one. Where you like dance around for a
Right,
year.
yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
What about the curse catch in that same Super Bowl? Remember that one on the sideline?
Which
Remember that
Super Bowl
curse
we're
catch?
talking
Seahawks, Patriots? Remember that on the sideline, that curse catch?
about? I don't remember that one.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
I know.
that was
So,
insane.
It was Super Bowl 49 when Russell had thrown the ball to Jermaine Kearse, but he was like fumbling it in the air and he was on the ground and he finally caught it.
yeah,
and he
dude,
got
that
it.
was a
I got
crazy
you. I got
play.
you. The Steelers back of the end zone one against the Cardinals was incredible. Like the
That
toe
was
tapped in
pretty
the game.
great.
The I forget. I think they call it like the spectacular catch or whatever. The one that like bounced off the guy. It's like horrible.
Any Derrick Henry 99-yard run against
True.
the Jags.
Yeah.
Joseph Adai in the AFC Championship.
True.
Just when he right through the middle.
The one that I'm talking about is the one where the guy he catches it and he gets smashed immediately, and the ball just flies into the other guy's hands. So he just grabs it and just goes either way.
Are you talking about the immaculate
reception?
Yeah.
Frank Harris.
It's the Frank
Rest
Harris.
in peace.
Rest in peace.
I was about to say, I thought it was called the spectacular catch. It was so much worse than immaculate.
Yeah.
I think it was a nickname. It was nicknamed the immaculate catch or something like that.
For
it was
sure
something crazy.
You got the holy roller too. That play that goes to the post. I mean, there's all the classic.
I would throw the OBJ one-handed snag.
That was crazy.
I remember watching that live. I was like, that
PI.
might have been the greatest catch I've ever seen.
I think for me, it's probably the Tyree helmet catch because I remember watching
David
that.
Tyree.
And
that happened in Indianapolis.
Yes, it did.
No.
Yes, it did.
It happened in Glendale. It happened in Glendale,
That
Arizona. That was the first. The Tyree was the first. We could bet on it. I mean, that was Glendale. That was the first Patriots. It was on Fox.
I'll look. Yeah, I'm just like.
Dude, I got photographic memory. I mean, this Super Bowl. It has. Remember, it had the futuristic diner logo. It looked like a diner. I don't know.
Yeah,
diner logo was weird.
It was Glendale.
It was Glendale. Yeah, it was not.
I'm looking. I was probably 5 when it happened, so I have no idea. But
I was definitely
3.
So it was Super Bowl Pats won, right?
No,
Pats Giants won. I'm like the first time they played because they beat the Pats both times, didn't they?
Yeah.
So
the
first, it was the first game they played.
First Giants in Glendale. Arizona.
There was one in Glendale. Yeah, that
was the first one.
In 2008, I was 6.
Yeah,
it was 5.
I was 5.
And then number 2 was in 12.
That
was in
in
Lucas
Indy.
Oil.
Yeah.
I remember that one.
Oh, okay, that one. Okay,
yeah.
I got you. I thought that was the game.
Because I knew the Giants beat the Pats twice, which is insane. But yeah, I'd say I think the 12 one was the one that they were undefeated going in, wasn't it? The Pats were.
No, it was 08.
Was it
no, it was 08. Yeah, because Randy Moss was on that team.
Yeah, that's true. He had 27 touchdown receptions that year or something like that. Stupid.
Crazy.
Broke the record by a mile. Another good one is the Beastquake run.
That was crazy.
That was insane.
That was one of the craziest plays.
That might be the best run in NFL history. Just because he broke every single player's tackle.
And that was the year the NFC West was terrible.
That Packers catch? When it was Brett Favre, he threw it to
back in the end zone. Yeah.
No, he was on the field. He had caught it on the field, but he had got up and started running. I don't remember who caught it. But it was like a snowy game.
I think I know what you're
he
talking.
catches
Yeah.
it and he runs around. Was it like a foot catch or something, or like a leg
something
catch?
Crazy.
Like
yeah,
I
remember
crazy
catch.
I was about the one that Favre lasered to the back of the end zone. The dude toe tapped and brought it down. That was an insane throw from the midfield stripe.
He might have caught it with his butt.
Nah, yeah, it's something. Yeah,
it was something
I know what you're
crazy
talking about.
though.
Yeah, there's so many. I mean, but the Tyree catch, man, that was just. Eli had so much pressure on him.
The greatest almost play is the one where Mahomes was parallel with the ground and threw that ball and hit that dude in the face with it. He didn't catch it. I was like, what a loser. That summed up that Super Bowl so well. It was Mahomes was doing the most insane things ever, and his receiver was just we have to catch that.
Yeah, Mahomes was doing everything he could too.
Such a loser Super Bowl for the Chiefs on everybody but Mahomes. They had no offensive line that game. No. Literally, they might as well not been there.
Yeah. Oh, the Tampa
Yeah, that was a brutal Super Bowl to watch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Was that the worst Super Bowl to watch, or was it the Rams-Pats when they ended
Rams
up
Pats,
6-3?
100%. Rams Pats.
Whoa. What are we talking about? The worst Super Bowl of all time is out in MetLife when Denver got annihilated by Seattle.
At least there was offense.
That's the worst Super Bowl I've ever seen. I don't know about you guys.
I just remember because I think I was a junior in high school when the Pats played the Rams played the Patriots. And I had a girlfriend at the time. We watched that was our first football game. And she's like, this is so boring. And I was like, correct. I'm like, it's the worst. She's like, those were the best two teams. I'm like, it is.
And I thought at least it was a close game. Yeah, I'd rather be a low scoring close than some blowout that doesn't even matter. And that dude, that was a whole Super Bowl just from the commercials were terrible. The whole Super Bowl thing.
Everything
was
about
just
that was
the first snap
terrible.
First snap on Manning's head.
Yeah, and just everything. Yeah, was terrible.
We definitely need to have. If anybody does watch us on YouTube, drop us your best play, whatever. Drop us everything.
Plays
in
the comments.
I think we're about done here. We've been talking about good NFL positions for 40 minutes now. So I'm ready to go eat pizza. I know you guys are. Yeah, I was about to say.
Happy Halloween, Christmas,
Happy Halloween, Thanksgiving, holidays.
Thanksgiving.
This has been Sports Extra Uncut once more. We'll see you guys next week.
Peace.
See ya.